Hello, I'm Emily Mattingly.
And I'm Miranda Buckler, and we're members of the Marion County Public Schools Student Ambassadors.
Yesterday, we announced the finalists for the elementary division for our Teacher of the Year awards. Today, we're very excited to share the finalists for the secondary division.
As a reminder, nominations are reviewed with identifying information redacted, and next week, we'll be stopping by 2 schools to surprise this year's winners with our Teacher of the Year trophies.
Thank you again to the principals and assistant principals who took the time to complete the nomination form.
Now we're excited to share with you the secondary division finalists of the MCPS Student Ambassadors Teacher of the Year Award.
I've worked with Frellin Able for what feels like a million years. And I cannot think of anybody who has more kindness and passion and patience than anybody that I've probably ever worked with. Frellin is very compassionate, and she's been doing this for a very long time, and so she has learned to love children but still be firm and help.
I feel like I cannot live without her. I go to her for everything that I need. I go to her because I feel like she knows all the answers. She's really good at making them do their work, making them listen, and she also, I think that they enjoy her because they know that they're gonna get their work done and they're gonna learn from her.
Well, she's really helpful, like whenever you need her, and like if you ever have problems, she'll like help you out. Her examples, like once like we have like on the test and like it's like a hard question, she'll give us like funny examples.
She's a very helpful, grateful teacher, and she really helps everybody a lot. Fun, nice, funny, and like a really good person.
So Miss Allen is the type of teacher who is going to do whatever she humanly possible can do to meet the needs of every single student in her room. So the first time this year that I did a walkthrough in Miss Allen's room, I looked up at the board. She was giving directions to the class, and the top part of the board she had directions in English, and the bottom part of the board directions in Spanish. And I was just like, wow. And so I said something to her after, and her comment was that her goal this year was to make sure that the needs of every single student in her classroom were met, whether that was in English or whether that was in Spanish. And I mean, she just worked super hard. She has spent hours upon hours making sure that the needs of those students have been met.
She's a good teacher. I mean, she is patient, and she always makes sure that like the kids are on task and doing what they're supposed to do. So we made clay, and like you took it and like you flattened it out, and then like you wrote your name, and then like we looked up pictures, like we could enter our name, and then it would put it in hieroglyphics, and then we copy it down on clay. And then once you got done with your name, you could like make little textures in it, make little animals.
Just learned by giving us virtual field trips to help us visualize and see what it's like when we were learning about, let's say, Rome. She gave us a virtual field trip on Rome and let us see the Colosseum and all that. She's very positive. She puts a smile on her face every single time she walks into the classroom.
To work with David Hibbert for more than 20 years, and you know, we're a lot like brother and sister. We kind of have our differences sometimes, but day in and day out, David Hibbert's a great teacher. He jokes around with kids all the time. The kids love to see him coming down the hallway. You know, he's the person that even the 12 days of Christmas, he would go into the cafeteria and make up a silly song for the kids, and they love it. That's what they remember.
I think what makes Hibbert a great teacher is that like he doesn't go by the norms of what teachers do. Like he's not afraid to give extra work and like push you to be a better person in the classroom. But ultimately, like, you do learn a lot. A lot of people think that the busy work is for no reason, but it's not. Like, you learn so much through all of it, and he's like really preparing you for college and for whatever AP exam. And whatever you see on the AP exam is nothing compared to what's in that class, so he really prepares you really good.
I mean, his AP classes that people fear and don't like taking so much, and there's a reason for that. It's because he pushes you as hard as he can. He expects you to learn. There's an aspect of accountability on both his side and your side. So that's where the true challenge of teaching and where I feel like the content development is.
Did he ever go easier on you because you're his son?
Some people might like to say that, but no, honestly, I feel like it was almost harder because, you know, you think he might remind me of some stuff, but that's where that accountability comes in and where I have to take on those challenges of that class and where he expects me to do good as he does every other student.